Okay, good morning. It's 10:24 where I'm at, and as Noah Road has promised, I am in the back roads of Amish country, where Noah Road is stealth camping. So I'm going to switch this around, and I can show you what it's like here. There you go, real McCoy. There's the clotheslines, and there would be no electricity connected to the houses. That's a very big house because they probably have a very large family. I could see a lovely Amish young lady. I don't think she shows up on the camera, but she's working in the garden. Oh, there she's walking. There she is. It's totally cool out here. I'll tell you, like I said in the first video, a lot of people are like, oh, it's so awful. They live such a secluded life. The kids suffered. Look, compare the suffering of the rest of the world with the suffering that you want to call it, if you want to call it suffering, of this religious community. You're crazy, man. There ain't no suffering going on in this community. These people are much, much, much happier and better off than they would be in, the world. The world is a terrible place, compared to this. Look at that cute little miniature horse. That looks like a miniature horse. Here comes some girl. There she is. She's probably training. I don't know if she shows up. It doesn't look like she does on the camera. That's too bad. These live streams are just not that good. Anyways, I don't know who may be watching, but here we are going up and up into the back roads of the Amish community of Jefferson County. And Jefferson County has nowhere near, oh my gosh, this is like a mansion. Wait till I show you this, of course, after we see this interesting site. That's pretty cool, huh? That there, is that a they do have, that is I don't know, that's obviously not Amish, but there's like a real rich person that lives up here. Look at that, it's like a paradise. Yeah, that is their phone booth. They don't have phones in their homes, but they have their own phone system, which they use to stay in contact. And okay, this here is a feed store. You see that? I don't know I hope it shows up. That's another Amish store. And as you can see, as I pointed out in other videos, those are marks from the buggy marks, from the wheels and stuff. I'm not sure what they got going on over there. It looks like they're building some kind of an addition. They are allowed to use some generators and stuff, but there's no electricity actually connected to their homes. Wow, we're going way up. I hope this thing doesn't cut off. If it does, well, this is gorgeous. Look at this beautiful country. I want to keep these videos kind of short. Yoder Feed Store. By the way, Yoder is a very common Amish name. Here we are up at the top of a hill, so we can get a nice view of the beautiful landscape. The rich Pennsylvania soil that produces some of the best tomatoes, definitely the best tomatoes I've ever had in my life. I love Pennsylvania tomatoes. If they're good, I mean, they're not all the same, exactly as good as one another are, but if you get a good batch of Pennsylvania tomatoes, I ain't kidding you, I stack them against anything out there. I can eat easily 6 or 8 of them in a setting. Here is another large Amish home. out there in the field. Yep, that's the real McCoy. They don't meet in church buildings either. They're religious, obviously. They have church services once every other week. But they meet in, if weather permits, they'll meet in the barns. And if the weather doesn't permit, then they'll meet in houses, and then they'll break it up, you know, because barns can hold more people, so they got to break it up a little bit, distribute it to more houses in the region. And they have a certain region in a certain sector that's run by a bishop, you know, and then if they want to add anything, they have to meet, similar to like a Jewish Bet Din or a Jewish court would meet. And they say, well, how can we remain, you know, faithful to the Amish community, but allow a generator, for instance, to be used under certain circumstances? That's what they would have these meetings for. So that's kind of how a Jewish community is run, very similar. The Jewish people call theirs, in their kosher communities, a Bet Din. And that's like a Jewish court. And they have a similar, something very similar. And that's how they keep faithful to their community. And there can be some variation from one community to another based on circumstance that would be decided upon the elders of their community. And their community may cover a 20-mile region, and it can vary a little bit from a community in another region. But most people out here are old order Amish. And if you went to Lancaster County, it'd be many more. You know, that's where a lot of the Amish novels and the writers or the authors who specialize in the Amish novel genre, that's where a lot of their novels are centered in. I've never seen one yet that's centered in Jefferson County, not one of the real popular Amish novelists. I do read Amish novels, and my favorite is Suzanne Woods Fisher. And I've read probably about 7 or 8 of her novels. Well, anyways, I can't believe it. Thank goodness I'm getting all these bars, because my first live stream of the day, it got cut off at 9 minutes, and I probably went about 14 or 15 minutes, and I went to a variety store to get my breakfast, and that didn't show up on the video. It just got cut off, unfortunately. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, but that's just the price I have to pay for having a crashed iCloud and having no other choice but to use the live stream platform in order to stay in touch and to make videos. I wish I could go back to making videos the regular way, because it's not choppy. I notice a lot of words are cut out, unfortunately. For all I know, there could be words cut out of the last 5 sentences that I uttered. Well, anyways, this is it. This is the backcountry. This is what I've been wanting to go to. And I'm stealth camping away from this back road, but the Amish are much more polite, you know what I'm saying, than the regular non-religious world. If I was, let's say, camping, like for instance, there's a no trespassing sign, I can assure you that's probably a non-Amish person. When you see Amish, they leave it up to God to protect their land. If somebody comes on, they feel like, well, something must have gone wrong, or we're being tested. That's the way people should be if they are religious. There's a lot of people who are influenced by the Amish who are not Amish, who live up in these back roads. Like over here, I see a guy who's got cattle and things like that, but he's got cars parked and his house has got electricity. So he's clearly influenced by the Amish, or he enjoys the environment and landscape and so forth, but he is not Amish. A lot of these people perhaps may have grown up in Amish families and before they were baptized decided to leave the community, but they remain near their homesteads. Beautiful landscape, isn't it? Just gorgeous up here. And there are prettier places than this. This is just, you know, I'm not saying, this definitely is not like the most prettiest place I've seen in Pennsylvania. This is just, you know, I give it a B rating, you know. It's not an A plus for beauty. I've seen more prettier areas, but this is very, very pretty and very, very nice. It's warm, it's relaxing, it's got a sense of holy, it's got a feel of goodness to it. The energy up here. It's so much better than down on Highway 119. Highway 119 is just chaotic. There's so many people who are not Amish. They're racing their cars, you know, and breaking the speed limit, and everything's so loud and intense and amplified. It's, you know, on that highway, it's nice to get the heck away from that road. Highway 119 is, I don't care for it very much. It's way too rowdy, loud, amplified, and intense. I like these back roads. These are nice. One of these days, when Noah Road gets strong enough again, see, I knew that sign there. I knew it wasn't the, I knew the guy that had that property wasn't Amish. Look at that. Nice. When Noah Road's strong enough, I might take one of these back roads and just, when I could walk 20 miles every day, you know what I mean, with my 50-pound pack. That's going to take about 4 weeks, 2 or 3, 4 weeks. Then maybe I might go on one of these back road journeys and stay away from the main roads, which offer me a little bit more electric. And, wow, here's a beautiful scene from way up on the hill, way off in the distance. Look at that. I don't think they're Amish. They might be, but I don't think so. No, I don't think they're Amish. Well, I don't see any electric to that house. I know there's another Amish house coming up. If you look off into the distance, I hope it shows up. And God, I hope this video won't get cut off like the last one did. Nice barns out that way. And I'm going to go up just around this corner and I'm going to get off the video, and that'll be it for the day. I've got to find a way to keep my batteries charged and stuff like that. I've got one more fully charged battery pack. I got one that's partially charged. So I don't have a lot of room left for making videos. Oh, that's gorgeous landscape. Look at this. Gorgeous road, isn't it? Look at that. How many wouldn't like to take a beautiful country drive through these backwoods and have a nice, you know, take some pictures and stop at some Amish stores. There's a bent and dent can shop somewhere around here, and I would love to take my viewers there, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. Because, like I say, I got to save battery power, and this is really video-worthy stuff here. And wow, this is a huge, huge Amish homestead here coming up. It's just amazing. God, I hope this video doesn't close off on me. Looks like I got 2 bars left. It'll let me talk, and then I go to upload it and find out it only recorded like 7 or 8 minutes or something. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Look at this beautiful landscape. Yes, this is getting more prettier. This is definitely a B plus, if not A minus. Wow, man, this is really good stuff. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at that. All organic. It isn't sprayed with a bunch of chemicals. It's planted with horsepower and manpower. Oh my gosh, I don't think it's going to show up, but there is a stone house, clearly an Amish house, no electricity or anything, way out in the distance. That is a beautiful stone home and farm. I'm sure it's Amish. Way beautiful. That's like something out of a novel. It really is. I think here is a phone booth. I forgot what they call them, but it's like a phone. It's what they have is an operator of their own on duty, and then they say, can you put me through to such and such, and they put them through. Yeah, this is it. This is Amish. Oh wow, look at how the clothesline goes way up, like a stairway to heaven almost, huh? It's like angels up there. Yoders. Again, Yoder's hemlock lumber. And they make these sheds and stuff. Okay. Check this out. Look at that all the way how the clotheslines go up. And look at that beautiful homestead. And look at this beautiful spread of land. This landscape. Wow. Gorgeous. And there's more fields of corn and farms around here. Just gorgeous. Yep, I guess this will take care of the video for today. I sure hope all of it's included and doesn't get cut off. Like, look at that. Yoder is a big, very common Amish name. God, I hope that wind isn't causing a disturbance to the microphone. There's a lot of wind up here. Yeah, if you notice, those are all like Amish clothes, the plain clothes. Everything is plain. There's no clothes that you're going to get at a store. They make their own clothes. They may go to a variety shop and get plain clothes that meet the standards and specifications, but most of these women, they definitely stitch and sew their own clothes and the clothes for their kids and stuff. Most of them. Look at that. All plain dresses. In my opinion, they're very beautiful ladies, you know, and I really don't care for the immodest behavior of our regular society or regular world. I would like to see a lot more modesty. I think it's healthy for a society and very unhealthy for a society to have no rules or restraints and just let your ambitions run wild, you know, and be what you want and dress, you know, as inappropriate as you want and change inappropriate to fit whatever desire you have. I despise all of that. I really do. And it doesn't make me a jerk or somebody that's horrible and heartless. Women are to be a crown on their husband's head. You don't go and cast your crown in the dirt and make its beauty public property. Give me a break. Beauty is to be cherished, and, you know, things of value like the beauty of a woman should not be made into public property and should not be treated as a park bench. I think women should be, you know, appropriately attractive, sensible, and clean and respectable looking, of course. But, you know, men and women too, both of them. They should, you know, have sensible boundaries, you know, because it's healthy for society. Man and society is like an instrument. And an instrument is designed to become the fully realized potential that it was designed to be. You see, instruments have chords and notes and scales, and so do people as well as society. And it's not just by accident that we are here. I will deliberately be vague out of respect for other people. Okay? There we are. Thank you, Lord, for bringing me here. I genuinely love this state. I believe it was divine intervention that brought me here and has guided me in my life. I can't look in hindsight and write everything off as coincidence. God bless this blessed being. Anyways, thank you all for being here, and I pray that God will bless you as well. I'll see you soon. Amish, back roads of Jefferson County, Noah Road. Over and out for now.